Let's quickly go through the withholding tax, foreign tax credit and free zone entity related rules. I know we are running out of the time, but let me just quickly cover through this. Withholding tax is specific to the transaction that you do with the entities outside UAE. And the similar rules will be applicable for the businesses that are doing business. Non-resident persons are doing business with UAE entities. So if those non-resident persons are not taxable in UAE, the UAE entities are expected to deduct some amount of tax and pay the balance to the non-resident person for the business they do with us. So at the moment, this withholding tax rate is 0%. But if I have to give an example, let's say that you are doing business with a company in Oman. You are providing some service to a company in Oman. Generally, the Oman businesses, if the transaction value is, let's say, 100,000, they deduct whatever withholding tax rate that is applicable in Oman. Let's say it is 10%. So out of 100,000, 10%, which comes to 10,000, will be deducted by the Oman company. So you will be paid only 90,000. So this 10,000, what is deducted by Oman company is called as withholding tax, and that amount will be paid to the government in Oman. So this will be the case even for us also once the UAE tax law comes into effect. But against the 10% of the rate here in UAE at the moment, it's only 0% mentioned as withholding tax to be deducted. So which means if any outside company is doing business with you, you are supposed to deduct some tax towards withholding tax. That is at 0% now. So you will be paying full amount even after considering this withholding tax amount. But in future, if the UAE government comes up with any rate, which is more than 0%, maybe 5% or 10%, then you will be expected to deduct that much amount of the tax from the transaction value and pay only net amount to outside UAE or non-resident person for the business. And this amount which is deducted will be paid to government through our returns. So this is called a withholding tax. So withholding tax credit can also be claimed only if the tax is being paid. But for now, there is no tax paid yet, so we will not have any deduction of credit for the non-residents in UAE. There's another concept called foreign tax credit. In my earlier example of 100,000 transaction with Oman company, we paid some withholding tax there and we only considered net amount here. Let's say that you have a branch in Oman and that branch is paying tax there in Oman already under the corporate taxes in Oman. But since it is a branch of UAE company, so as we discussed, so that will be included as part of your UAE company business also in UAE. So you are paying tax there as well as tax here on the branch operations. So for this purpose only, whatever tax you have paid outside UAE on the branch, that will be available to adjust against the tax payable in UAE. After adjustment of that, only net amount will be paid. So whatever amount that you are eligible to adjust, we is called as foreign tax credit. Of course, that tax amount will be limited to 9% of the 9% rate of the relevant income. If you are paying like 20% tax on the branch in Oman, you cannot claim the entire amount of 20% of tax paid. It will be limited to 9% tax or 9% rate only, and only that amount can be claimed or adjusted against tax payable in UAE, because the corporate tax applicable in UAE at the moment is max 9%. So yeah, this is with respect to the foreign tax credit. Let's quickly run through one example. Let's say that you have a revenue of 3 million and deductible expenses of 2.2 million. Accordingly, your taxable income is coming to 800,000. On 800,000, the tax payable amount is going to be, let's say, 38,250. How did we calculate this? It is 9% on the taxable income in excess of 375,000. Means 800,000 minus 375,000 gives us 425,000. So 9% on 425,000 comes to 38,250. Let's say that you have paid a foreign tax amount of 5%. So now this 10,000 which is paid as a foreign tax can be adjusted against this 38,250 tax payable, and you will be paying a net tax amount of only 28,250 because you already paid tax outside on this relevant income. So that will be given as a credit and you will be paying net amount after deducting the tax paid.